I have a mid-morning meeting, whatever I want. Just going to give my time to appreciate it. One of these days we have to sit down and maybe do what's going on. Yeah. Go to class. Did you work it? We're live. Teachers too? Teachers with it? So if you get cold, there's the first four, kind of and I've got a spotlight on her. I mean, I think I'll do I don't want to, like, I'm a bit nervous that I'm not beside the computer, but the mouse works, and I double check the audio, but it's going to do it now.
for your leaders and the inspiring content. Introducing Filipinos Studies daily broadcast for your needs. Feel free to share this with anyone. Good morning, everyone. Some of you are still finishing breakfast. You are welcome to eat and listen as we get started this morning. So we will be walking through some logistics with you this morning. We will be making some acknowledgements as well. But before we do all of those things and get into that, I would like to give a huge round of applause to Ms. Cameron and her team for this morning's breakfast. Much appreciated. And it was so cute when I was talking to some grade 12s about the grad breakfast. They're like, what's a grad breakfast? With, eyes of excitement because you're getting to finally achieve some of these milestones that have been put on pause. So the plan for this morning is to go over some logistics with you. Sorry, I'm talking over here because you see my body. So we'll go over some logistics with you so that you have a full understanding of what graduation looks like from beginning to end. We will field all of your questions. Our goal is to really dial down your anxiety about the day so that you can really enjoy it. So we'll go through the burning questions that you might have about what grad will look like on the 29th. We also have some acknowledgements of some graduates from teaching and from school, so we wanted to make sure that we honor some of those people this morning as well. So let's get started with Ms. Sharp, who's going to walk you through some details.
Hello everybody, we're finally here. Oh, wait a second. Okay, perfect. So first, some important information. So there are 19 days until graduation, counting weekends right now. So we're super close. So the big thing to remember that on the 29th, you are going to show up at Bay Ridge at 3 o'clock and you're going to report directly to room 100, which is right beside the cafe when you get down the ramp. And that's where you're going to get your gowns, okay? And once you get the gowns, you're going to show up at the social science fair pit, and there's going to be a team of your teachers there to get you all sorted, get you in order, get your comment cards, get you lined up, and get you ready to come in and graduate, okay? So we talked about how we were sort of limited to 4 tickets. It's looking like we are going to have extras. We've just sort of got a few people left that we need to check on. But for right now, today you are going to get your 4 tickets to graduation, okay, to attend in the gym. We do have a plan B if we run out of lottery tickets or extra tickets, and that's going to be the live stream version of the ceremony in the cafeteria. So if you have extra guests, they can still attend Bay Ridge. They will watch it live stream, and then they can join the reception afterwards, okay?
Another thing to point out is that we'll probably will attempt to have a couple of empty seats in the gym towards the front of the stage, so that if there is, let's say, a grandparent who really would like to scoot in and get a picture of you when you're up there, and then scoot out and someone else in the wings can come in to see their grad, we'll probably try to facilitate that. Also means that if you have someone in the crowd in the gym, they'll be able to scoot up, sit in one of those reserved seats for a photo op when you're up on stage. Also, believe it or not, it takes tons of time to get you in alphabetical order, and that's why we need you here an hour early in the social science fair pit. So we have to make sure you're in the exact order that's reflected in the program, since Mr. Stewart is our MC, and we need to get that right. So that's why it's important that you are here on time, and we can be here for 3 o'clock so we can get you gowned up and get you in order. And when Ms. Sharp mentioned the grad comment card, that's the, we'll walk you through what that looks like when you get up on stage, because you're going to be handing that off so that someone can read nice things about you as you're crossing the stage.
Right, and in addition to those nice things that all your teachers have been saying, we also want to include your future plans. So for those of you who haven't submitted your future plans, will you please do that as soon as you possibly can. I know some of you are still a little bit up in the air and waiting to hear from different schools, and that's fine. But as soon as you can, fill out that Google form and let us know what your plans are for next year and beyond, okay?
Yeah, and if you are unclear with what you're doing, you could write something like, taking some time to figure out my future plans, or planning to travel, or going into the workforce before I decide on my options, something like that.
So then there's just a few housekeeping items here. So what I'm going to ask is that at the end of the farewell assembly, you can see sort of around, I've got 4 different yellow signs up, broken down alphabetically. So that's where you're going to go to collect your grad tickets. And when you do that, I'm also going to ask that you take one of these yellow forms. That's the Bay Ridge Secondary School withdrawal form, and that's just the stuff that we have to fill out about you in our student management system to show where you've gone after you've graduated, okay? And so what I'm going to ask you to do is to take this back to your morning classroom, fill it out, and leave it with your morning classroom teacher. If you happen to be on a spare or in co-op, you can fill it out and bring it to student services for me, okay? Volunteer hours. So I still have a few of you who haven't submitted your volunteer hours. If you are struggling and you're trying to figure out how to get those last few hours completed, please come and see me, okay? We've got some ideas of how we can help you sort of get through and cross the finish line. Okay, so disclaimer on the next slide. I'm not an artist, okay? But we are doing a walkthrough for you in the cafeteria, but we will actually be graduating in the gym, okay? So I have done a beautiful visual aid to help you see what it would look like if I can get this to work.
So you want to go ahead and
Maybe my artwork will.
That's the last, it's not in there, it's last slide.
So, this is what our setup will look like in the gymnasium. So, you can sort of follow me with the dashed bookmarks there, and you'll see how to do set up. So, you guys will lead the social science bear pit in the order that the teachers have put you in with your grad cards in hand, and you will be marshaled in through the door to the gym that's sort of just behind the bear pit. And you'll come up through that center aisle, and then you will veer off to the right, and the grads will sort of sit in their own area there to the far right, okay?
I should mention groups as well. Do not worry that you're going to, walk in the wrong direction and then a whole gym of people is going to see that you don't know what you're doing. The teachers, as your marshals, it'll be follow the leader. Okay, so there will be a staff member at the beginning of the line who will walk, and you just follow in behind them. And then once we get to that area where you're going to be seated, they'll turn and they'll guide you into your seat, and then the next row of people will be guided in, and so on. Okay, so you're going to watch the hand signals and the body language of the staff who will make this look professional.
Thank you. And then we have changed our ceremony here at Bay Ridge a little bit. Each grad will come up onto the stage one time, and at that time you will collect your diploma, you will collect any certificates that you've earned, subject excellence awards, any major awards, have your moment on the stage, and touch the pod, and then you will exit down the other side, okay? So, at this time, I'm going to ask admin to join me up on the stage, and we're going to do a little walkthrough of what you can expect to happen on the day of graduation.
One other thing you mentioned is that we will draw an X on the floor of the stage so that when you're coming up, you know where to stand. And so we look at that ahead of time to make sure that we're centered for a good photo. So you'll just, again, we will welcome you and guide you and hang on to you for a picture and do all of these kinds of things. But there will be an X marked on the floor so you know where to stand.
Okay, so our first graduate is Miss Rhonda Kapishad. And you'll notice that her tassel is on the right-hand side. Okay, so her first step, I've got her grad card. She's going to proceed over to Miss Viech, and she's going to have her stole or her hood put on. So Rhonda Kapishad has been a student at Bay Ridge Secondary School for the past 4 years. She always participates well in class, has made many friends, is an amazing dance student, and is hoping to become a teacher. And then she'll walk over to Miss Robb, and she will finish the last tradition at Bay Ridge when she becomes a graduate. She will touch the paw. Okay, and then she switches her tassel to the left-hand side, and now she's an official graduate.
I was going to mention this, those of you who don't do a big hairdo, because you're going to have a hat head, but bobby pin, you might want to bobby pin your cap on because it may slip as we put the stole over your head.
Okay. Our next graduate is Stephen Danforth. What is known for being a class clown at Bay Ridge Secondary School. He's unsure of his future plans. Maybe travel a bit, maybe do some performing arts. But we know that whatever he chooses in his future, it will be good things. Congratulations, Stephen.
And this person just happens to also be receiving an award, but he's not going to get to keep this big talking one. He's going to get a little one, so I'm going to hang on to it. And you're going to get a photo, and then we will give you these little paper back and off you go.
And then, of course, Stephen also gets to touch the paw.
Also note fashion statement with no pants on. That's what it will look like if you show up in shorts and running shoes, okay? So you decide, but that's what it's going to look like if you're pantless.
And then the also thing I'll mention just about dress is that you've got a robe over top of whatever you're wearing. So just keep that in mind if you aren't, especially our guys, if you're wearing a full suit. Okay? Is there anything else you want to mention about
Do you have any questions about the flow of that? So basically, if you're waiting in the wings, you'll wait at the bottom of the stairs as the grad ahead of you walks up and hands their comment card to the MC. And then as soon as that person is finished your class skip, the next, like we get a bit of a rhythm to it, but make sure that you're waiting at the bottom of the stairs. There will also be a staff member there, so if you're in big pumping heels and you're afraid you're going to trip up or down the stairs, there will be people at the end as well to kind of give you their hand if needed to help you up and down the stairs.
And also, just it's warm in this, and I've only had it on for like 10 minutes. So just, polyester doesn't breathe. Yeah, sure, it's not good. Light.
Okay, so everything that you earn at graduation will be in the one envelope that Ms. McDonald gives you. Okay. Any questions? Yeah, you can. Well, you can, but we won't sort of start the process until 3, right? So we'll have people in room 100 ready to go at 3 o'clock to start counting in.
spread, say if you have like one less than they need?
Yeah, so people filled out their card. If you thought you needed 4, and now at the last minute you're not going to use 4, then I'd rather see the ticket get used than somebody not be able to attend. Okay.
Sorry, just to clarify, the earlier question about coming early is not a problem, except we would just note that the Bay Ridge Learning Center graduation is at 12:30, so by the time that's finished and they wrap up, you'll maybe be coming at that point. So yes, can you come early? Yes, but we will be doing the undergraduation starting at 12:30. And I know for some of you, you would probably prefer to get here in plenty of time so you're not running late and then stressed out, and that's totally fine.
Okay.
Ms. Kirby, did you have a question?
If I have somebody in my family that has an accessibility issue, is there a way that I can? Thank you. If I have somebody with an accessibility issue in my family that's attending the graduation, is there somebody I should let know so that I can have a seat on the floor or near an aisle? Who should I let know?
Yeah, please let me know if anybody in your family has any special needs.
Great, thank you.
Andrew.
After you walk, do you still have to stay in a specific order, or can you sit anywhere?
You should stay in your assigned seat.
Yeah, good point though. When you come off, you're going to flow back into your row that you had come out of previously. And what we would ask is if everyone could be respectful of whoever's last name starts with Z, that it's a ceremony, and so we ask that everybody remains in the ceremony until the procession. We didn't talk about that until the procession at the very end. So yes, you scoot back into your original seat as opposed to going and sitting with family or saying, I'm out of here, and you're packing up and leaving it out.
So like, what's the recommended like dress wear? Like, should I wear a suit, or will that be too hot?
Well, my 2 cents is I probably wouldn't wear a full suit under the gown. If you wanted to bring your jacket so that afterwards, if you guys are going out, you could put it back on. But I'm guessing you're probably not going to want to wear a full shirt, tie, and suit jacket under your gown. It's going to be hot.
Yeah, so shirt and tie and dress pants would be pretty common. I would agree. If you're bringing a suit jacket, I would wear it under that gown. Processional out.
So, I think we should. So, everybody's gotten a chance to come up on stage. They've had their moment. You guys are back sitting in your seat. All the speeches are done, and you guys will have a chance to throw your caps. You want? Okay, and then there will be the processional. Okay, and so you get you come in to Pomp and Circumstance, fancy song, and you will go into to another fancy song, okay, in the order that you guys come out of your seats. So basically the reverse order that you came in. Yeah, Andrew.
I don't really understand the question, but when you throw your caps, how do you know which one's yours?
You don't. So it's a personal choice. It's a moment, right? If you want to be part of it, throw your cap. If you don't, that's fine too. Yeah, as you.
Then the very end.
Well, you won't get it until you show up here at 3 o'clock.
And at the end of the ceremony, the new graduates are the first to walk out, and then all of the guests follow. And we would just ask, please walk way far away, because what typically happens is there's a bottleneck and everybody's jammed outside of the gym doors, and it's really hot and stuffy. So we'll push you to keep on moving, so that we can get all of the hundreds of people out of the gym in good order.
Okay, and then our reception will be held in the bear pit area and spread out. Okay. Any other questions before we move on to the farewell ceremony?
Yeah. Do we keep the gallon and caps afterwards, or do we give it back to you?
We didn't talk about this. Okay, so your cap will actually have your year term on it. So it'll say 2022. So you guys are gonna keep your cap and tassel, but we will take the gown and the V-stole back, okay? So you'll, sorry.
So yes, because like really, are you gonna wear that out Friday? You have to wear the holiday on, right? So you like need that gown. The cap is a really nice memento from grad. From people chasing you down to your kid, do you think that you could just keep on going with that gown and stole? We've done that. We've followed people. I can tell you lots of interesting stories of where we've gone to get a kid and their gown. So you give the gown and stole back, you get to keep the hat as a memento.
Okay, and what that allows us to do is we can reuse the gowns and the V-stoles, and that allows us to not charge a grad fee. Okay? So please be respectful of that, return those gowns. And any other questions? Okay. We're good. Thanks, guys. Rose?
To the greatest breakfast of all time. We're your hosts this morning. I'm Rachel.
I'm Alex. I'm Cam. We're with you live to celebrate our graduation. The first group was to call up Miss McDonald.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Yeah,
What did you get?
we're bringing out our scripts right now. Except for the script. What's that?
Okay, improvising here. I think that I'm doing this right now. And that would be rock stars who are also graduates. So I wanted to make note of the fact that Rachel Wilkinson here to my right is a rock star winner. And recently we had the ability to bomb her chemistry class and give her a rock star shirt and say nice things about her, so I wanted to acknowledge her. But we do have another rock star winner in the crowd, and I'd like to say a few things about that person. And I apologize, Nadej, if I get your last name incorrectly here. But Blazers, we are happy to be presenting the May Award recipient winner, who is Nadej Uwase. She is nominated by a group of students, and they all expressed that she is kind, helpful, and friendly with everyone. She goes out of her way to explain things to others so they understand what they need to do. She is also respectful of staff and her classmates. She's a positive leader who's been involved with many initiatives at Baybridge, from Eco Team to Student Council. She also has the courage to stand up for others, and she shows optimism by bringing her positive energy to everything she does. So congratulations on winning the Rockstar Award.
farewell and welcome to new adventures.
But not just us. There are 3 staff that are also graduating and saying farewell to their wish.
We are ecstatic to have them here with us today so we can get a chance to give them a proper send. We welcome Ms. Jackson, Mrs. Kirby, and Mr. Foote to the stage to take seats in our awesome chairs.
To begin, we will recognize Mrs. Kirby. Could we have Julie and Florian come forward to say a few words?
Good morning. Before starting the speech, we would like to first thank the Student Council for giving us this opportunity to write and share this speech this morning, and all of you for being here. The speech is from Ms. Kirby. We've been in Bayreuth for a longer time than we have known you, which is not very long at all, around 3 months. But you've already been able to give us such a great impact, so I can't even imagine for your peers, students, and other people that have accompanied you for way longer during your 30 years in Bayreuth. You've always been there to help us at any given moment and showed initiative and motivation to make our school a better place through your whole career, whether it is by making students feel more welcome and comfortable, or by creating new projects such as the Red Cross, where many students were offered an opportunity to work together towards a good and greater cause.
During these last couple of months, you have helped many students develop skills that will stick with them through their whole lives and that are very important, such as planning, organizing, supporting, communicating, and empathy. Working with people is not easy at all, but we admire how well you're able to communicate with all and be flexible, as well as encourage other students and engage more in other activities. We appreciate all the time, hard work, and dedication you've put into help our students and other Bayreuth staff members with any issues. You bring a lot of energy and enthusiasm to all places you enter, and are able to make others feel better just from your presence. You're someone who's always open to new ideas and thoughts, a great listener, and makes everyone feel special. You know how to prioritize work, manage a lot of things at the same time, plan and organize events, and still always be there for us when we need you. Not only a great listener, but you also know how to give really good and creative ideas, as well as some jokes that make us laugh. We value you a lot. You've been so much more than just a librarian and teacher in your time at Bayreuth, and done your work better than everyone we could ever imagine. You helped everybody achieve their goals in class and supported all of us. Telling stories and combining life lessons make every hour with you a unique one. You connected life lessons and life experiences and lessons with fun and learning, giving inspiration for everyone to achieve more and reach their goals on a daily basis. With quotes, stories, lessons, and advice, you impacted the way in which we look at things and face challenges in school and life. You made us become better.
Always saying hi with a big smile, all of us really appreciate you and your time in Bayreuth. We will really miss you and wish you all the best.
Thank you all for listening.
Thank you, guys. Next, we will recognize the math guru, Miss Jackson. Could we have Brooklyn and Rachel please come forward to say a few words?
Ms. Jackson has taught at Bayreuth for 30 years, teaching math, phys ed, and at the Bayreuth Community Center. We as students are lucky to have gotten to know you, Ms. Jackson, whether it's from crossing paths in the halls or having you as a coach, or a teacher in one or multiple classes.
Ms. Jackson shows enthusiasm in everything she does, always having a smile or a word of encouragement to share. This year, she volunteered to help coach the girls' softball team. And when most of the girls were new to the sport and nervous about playing, Ms. Jackson was quick to assure them, boost their confidence, and excite them. She sent out an energetic email to all of us players saying, We got this, girls. Let's play ball. Having lots of fun with amazing sportsmanship. Let's show the rest of the teams why they are drops. I am just so excited, with a large amount of smiley face emojis. It's actions like these and going above and beyond to support you students that make you so awesome, Ms. Jackson.
When asked to share her thoughts about you, students had plenty to say. She's very supportive and great at making sure students can do the work. She's always kind and understanding. She puts the students first and genuinely cares about what people have to say.
Another student said, "You're someone I can trust on so many levels. You've taught me to take breaks, but not quit. You've taught me not just school lessons, but also life lessons that I will forever cherish. Thank you for everything you've done for me and for so many others. I hope you enjoy the next exciting chapter of your life."
When I don't understand, you don't give up on me. You find new and creative ways to help me understand the work so I can do well in your class. You've shown interest in my life and helped me achieve my goals.
Whenever Miss Jackson is around in her grade 12 class, it is not unusual to hear the "I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, I am for real" phrase sung out to the enjoyment of many. Thanks for being such a great sport.
We appreciate all the support you provided us over the years. Thank you for loving your students as much as you love your courses. And for those of you who don't know, that's a lot.
Bay Ridge Halls will miss you, Miss Jackson. We wish you well as you move on to the next chapter of your life, spending more time with your horses, farming, and performing with your musical group.
Thank you. Finally, we will recognize our own mad scientist, Mr. Firth. Can we go ahead and Michael come forward to say a few words?
Mr. Firth, thank you for your years of dedication in teaching science and STEM to Bay Ridge, and bringing tons of spirit and fun opportunities to this community. I think I can speak for every student that has taken a class with you in saying we were challenged. But with that challenge came lots of fun lessons, like throwing around plastic balls to test gravity, waving slinkies to learn about waves, and marching around the class to learn about distance and displacement. You always bring a smile to our faces with every lesson. Ultimately, we left feeling proud of ourselves for the learning and growth that happened during our time with you. You have helped everyone understand the world around them and have prepared us for everything to come in the future, in and out of the classroom. Your passion for physics and engineering has inspired so many students, and the opportunities you made happen, like Robotics Club, has helped us explore those interests and passions. Bay Ridge would never be the same without you. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us students and this community.
Mr. Firth is one of the coolest teachers I've ever had the pleasure of learning with. He integrated fun into every little physics lesson, from using Lego trains to learn about circular motion, or of course, the slinky to learn about waves. Every day brought a fun new surprise to our learning. Mr. Firth ran really fun clubs during his time, from D&D Club to Robotics Club, something that gave students appetite at assemblies with little robots doing donuts on the gym floor. Mr. Firth also made himself available almost all the time after school, even during online learning, to help students do their best in his physics classes, something greatly appreciated by many of the students. I think that Mr. Firth was an amazing part of my and many of my peers' high school experiences, and I'm sad to see him go, yet I wish him all the best in his well-deserved retirement on behalf of the student body.
Thank you, teachers. We appreciate everything you've done for us over the years.
A huge round of applause to these three individuals who have inspired thousands of lives throughout their teaching careers. A perfect quote to sum this up is, "Teachers change the world one child at a time." As members of the class of 2022 at Bay Ridge, We appreciate your enthusiasm and energy to instill change in our workers. Enjoy retirement, and remember, once a Blazer, always a Blazer. Okay, so okay, thank you so much. Now it's our turn to say farewell.
So here it goes. Thanks everyone for being so awesome. Cam, would you happen to have a deep thought for us all to get started?
Yeah, I actually do have one. And this time it isn't like a business one. This is actually like one of my favorite quotes ever. I read somewhere, I know it's going to sound corny, but he's one of my favorite game developers ever. But he said that like he never says goodbye to his friends or his loved ones. He just says see you later, because there isn't like a true goodbye. You'll always see them again some way, somehow, and it'll be awesome. That applies for all of us, that applies for all our teachers. So don't say goodbye, say see you later.
Oh, how are you guys doing? Good? It's wonderful that we're together. We're together. We can touch one another. We can be with one another. We can smell one another. But that's okay. It's been a long time since we've done that. I'd like to start off by talking about three, but I think there's more. Ms. Scarlett can help me out a little bit. Some people who have really helped in the school with Blazer News. And so I'm going to call on Mr. John Swain to come on up here and celebrate those people.
I was wondering if the mic was working, but then Mr. Bullock made me realize that it is. Okay, so I'm just here because I want to recognize what I think is a very significant achievement. It's one thing to continue a tradition, it's a whole other thing to start a tradition, and it's a whole other thing to start a tradition after a pandemic that no one has ever really seen before. So I'd like to call back the stage. Wyatt, Rachel, Cam, and Alex. Come on up for a second, please. So, taking you back to 2020 and what was a truly amazing year, we were coming back to school and it felt weird, and we came up with this idea to start this thing. And at the time we didn't realize what it was going to be, but we knew that we wanted to do a video kind of show. And it started as the Bay Ridge video announcements or something like that, and slowly morphed into something else. But, you know, the amount of work that goes into something like this is often not seen. But every Thursday, Wednesday, these guys would come into my room and they would ask for the room because they had to do the script, and they had to record, and they had to put it all together. And it's a boatload of work. And, you know, what I really love is that after COVID, we all needed something. We all needed something to kind of make us laugh, to bring us together. And that's really what these people did. And I think what we wound up doing is they started a tradition that is going to keep going well after they're gone from Bay Ridge. So I want to thank everybody, but in particular because Alex, Rachel, Cam, they're always on the screen. We always get to see them. But being a bit of a computer nerd myself, I know how much work goes into editing video. And so I want to throw a special recognition to Wyatt, who because if I had to guess the number of hours that he spent every week editing video, making it perfect the way he did, it would probably be well into the 400, 500 hours, maybe even more. So to all of you, from everyone, thank you so much for everything that you did. And we have a special, so we took the time to go back through all the Blazer newses. And you can go ahead and sit now because I want you to see it from a better vantage point. So what we have here, it was basically going to be a little tribute video, and it kind of turned into the evolution of Blazer News. And so, yeah, I guess without any further ado, roll the set back there.
And I'll thank Mr. John Swain for doing that. Put it up, Mr. Swain. All right, before I do my little thing, I'm going to call Miss Scarlett up here to talk about something really groovy. We have a great tradition here called grad signs. So, Miss Scarlett.
Really quick, because I think it's kind of a dampers the mood right now on a cool video. I just want to say that grad signs are available to you. You'll hear more information on Tuesday. You can pick up a grad sign, you put it on your front lawn, and then bring it back at grad. Okay? So just you'll hear announcements. Your grade 12 teachers in the afternoon will hear more about it and let you know. Okay? Awesome. But don't say look beautiful.
Thank you, Miss Scarlett. Wow. Hey, did you see that video where Ms. Eccles took that header? She hasn't grown since, I'm telling you. I think it stunted her growth. It really did. So, those of you who may not know me, there's a tradition that we started, well, actually, I was thinking back, it's been almost 20 years, where somebody sang a song to the graduates. Unfortunately, we're not from the whole school, where the whole school can celebrate you and all the things you've done. But I'm glad we're together finally, and I'm not doing this on video, because it loses it a little bit when you're watching someone on video, so it's been wonderful. Just before I do my song, is Jack McCullough here? Jack, you were one of my munchkins, weren't you? Stand up, Jack. Jack McCullough was one of my munchkins when I did The Wizard of Oz about 12, 13 years ago. Look at him now. I got a Wizard of Oz joke. Why is the Scarecrow the greatest character in history? Because no one can hold a candle to him. That's a no-brainer. Okay? No-brainer? Oh, come on, folks. You haven't seen The Wizard of Oz? Oh, this is going to be a tough one. Corey, where are you, Corey? Corey, so you're right over there. Nice to man, Corey. What a beautiful man. Right? He did the coffee cart, taking the coffee cart around. That was awesome. And Corey, here's a coffee joke for you, okay? What do you call a cow that just had a baby? Decaffeinated. Oh, pretty good one, right? It was very moving. I'm milking it now, right? I got it. Oh, hey, if you got beef with that, talk to you later. It was an utter delight, though. All right. I can keep going all day, but we don't have all day. Gloria, where's Gloria? Gloria volunteered for everything. Everything. I started that, to have something, and Gloria would be there. Even today, she can I do something, right? Which proves volunteering begins with you. That's her last name. Okay, so you don't know each other. Okay, so keep that in mind as we go along here. Hey, if Connor McDonald was a farmer and then became a senior citizen, would it be okay to say, old McDonald had a farm? And would you spell it E-I-E-I-O? I'm not sure. All right. If Olivia got married to the quarterback Cam Newton, would she be Olivia Newton-John? These are things I think about in my sleep. If Lily and Kaylee had kids, would they be known as a car park? If Noah Blake became a police officer, could they put a stop to crime? If Nadia and Stephanie got married, their kids would be real swift. If Max, and because Max is now leaving high school, will Bayards be out of gas? Thank you, those of you who know his last name. Should Dylan Hatcher raise chickens? What are the chances that Jen Sue will become a lawyer? Sue? Probably better than Evelyn Lawless. Will Trinity Sparks own a fireworks store? And the last one, Nicholas Mayfield Hagen, make a great baby doctor because that's the only job you can show up late. Oh, am I allowed to say that? Sorry, that was Miss Scarlett who gave me that. Okay, so we can do that. Okay, so we just got all set up really cool. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sing you this song. I'm going to try to get as many names as I can in here, and this is for you. So, Mr. G, whenever you want to start. It takes a while to start. Gosh, you've been through hell. The admin and teachers too. Able to pump that up a bit. Optos, quads, pandemics. But you made it through. Now it's almost over. This year has been a ray of hope, because everyone here has found a way to cope. And with our masks off, after more than just a while, we see chins, mouth, and lips, and Bergeron's winning smile. Sebastian's gray hair has always been in view. Alex and Rachel did rock with laser news, and Cameron's deep thoughts inspired the Bayerish nation, and Koske made cash with his math coffee station. All is well as you find your own direction. Jackson Mayer, he couldn't have well if he sold his rock collection. Hey Chow was so amazing as the president of arts. Josh Aurora locked in drama. The Breakers, oh so smart. Jay Upton to achieve. Carissa A. did finances. Christine Boyle made great decor for the Bayridge formal dances. And the international reps were Chow and Mia Hemp. And the reason everyone is swell. All of you are swell. We love all of you, ladies and gentlemen. We love every one of you. Great reps were Lauren Newman, Mia Smith, and Sarah Walker. Created posters for events. Erin Brady was in a zombie musical. Lillian Park had a smile for those she met in the hall. And Jenny Amston was athletic council president. And Gavin O'Brien played football where he led. And Ozzy Allen excelled in sports, but this is weird. When the poor guy was born, he had a full growing beard. Oh! All was well. And Olivia and Brooklyn did community events quite well with their food and their collections. And the event she was co-president with Wyatt They Both Rock. Nick Smith, when he was speaking, thought way outside the box. Yes, each one was swell. Catherine enthusiastic. Rachel Wilkinson, I can tell. Goldie, you're fantastic. Nasha can't ignore that you're always on skateboards when you're grooving. Everyone is swell. Oh yes, it's nearly time to an end for you. And in June, you'll be out of here, yes? Burr! Overbell is swell. You're just the nicest person. And the last thing I will tell is the one thing I am certain. There are people all through history. True geniuses that rock. Da Vinci and Einstein and our own Michael Cox. Now graduating, it's time to say farewell. Now that your senior year is fading. But as you leave this place, and wherever you may roam, just remember that the orange and blue of Bayridge is your home. And one thing's always true, no matter what you may do in September. Remember, all of you are swell, and we wish you well. Now here's your final. You take care, everyone. And that will be the last time I'll be doing that, because you're the last group I actually had contact with. They said after that point, you're not out of here anymore. So that was the last time. So it was a pleasure for me to do that. Right now is probably the best moment, because I believe now it's going to be your video, your grad video. And so we're going to change right over there, and let's take a look at that. Bless you.
Yesterday when you were young, everything you needed done was done for you. Now you do it on your own, but you find you're all alone. You and me, walk on, walk on, walk on, 'cause you can't go back now. You know there will be days when you're so tired that you can't take another step. Now you have no stars and you think you've gone as far as you'll ever get. But you and me, walk on, walk on, walk on, 'cause you can't go back now. Yeah, yeah, go away. Yeah, be what you want. If you ever turn around, you'll see me. I can't really say why everybody wishes they were somewhere else.
I still find wise how riding on my bike without his clothes. I could name every girl that he took out. From every guy's house phone. Can you take me back when we were just kids? We were scared, no one did. There's no one there, no one probably ever will. You can grow up when you want. Truth is nothing like home. You can't make old friends. I still feel windows down. Listen to the equal rise, we wide on place and see it. My God, it's been 10 years now. All I had is back tomorrow. He's still fighting, won't try to touch me. Can you take me back when we were just kids? We were scared, no good. No one held me like they held me. No one probably ever will. You can grow up and be new one. The truth is nothing like old friends. I've got some good friends now. I've never seen their face. Wouldn't change how things turned out. There's no one in this time zone, no wooden line skates that I could. Can you take me back when we were just kids? We were scared to get no new. No one knows that no one probably ever will. You can go that we grow up, that wish we could go back then. Nothing like old friends. You can't make old friends.
where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it, and I'll damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, the things we've been through. That I was standing right here talking to you. Telling how to play. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that the brother laughed. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. Not to me, not talking about family, families, all that we got. Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you can be ready for the life story. I'm saying I'll tell you about it, see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. I'll tell you all about it, and I'll see you again. First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. The vision turn to a bond and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And we're brothers, we'll come first and the line will never be crossed. Established in on our own when that line has to be drawn. And that line is what we reach, so remember me when I'm gone. Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you can be ready for the life. So let the light guide you right. Hold every memory as you go. But there's something in between, man, and you're stuck underneath them. So get up, get up, now, get up, get up, now. Put your head on, get up, get up, get up, get up, Need you to raise your flags, I don't care what you do. It's the nights that you can't take back. It's we all thought that we get rich fast, caught the plane after this cash, don't forever, crazy fast. See, we won't forget where we came from, the city won't change us, we won't forget where we came from. The same change us, we need to the same drum, the same drum. We always find a way back home. We always find a way back home. There's people who had your back when you see, we won't forget where we came from. The city won't change us to the syndrome. And no, we won't forget where we came from. The city can't change us. We beat to the same drum, the same drum. We always find a way back home. We always find a way back we'll still be raising our girls to say I know the city won't change us. I know the city won't change us. I know the city won't change us. Change us. We always find a way back home. We always find a way back home.
Wait, that's not all. There's another collage of grad pictures of Miss Sway.
Somebody would have told me, babe, someday you could be the good old days. I'll never forget, and all these reckless nights you regret. Some may wonder how life's gonna change. You miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band. I was thinking about the bands. We were underground.
Loaded merch in that 12-passenger van in a small club in Minnesota. And the snow outside the first night, I just wanted my name and star. I look where we at, still growing, still growing. I'm gonna lay in my bed and dream about what I become. Could I meant to be home? Could I meant to be something? Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you forget, and all these reckless nights you regret. But someday soon your heart's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming. Got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back in my shot. Wish I would've worried about what other people thought. I felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. And all the flows are sinking out and falling in love. Me, you, and my future. We just got down. On the night street, figuring out who I was. Just
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you forget, and all these reckless nights you regret. But someday soon your heart's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought to get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past. While missing out on now, we've come so far. I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about their weak, cause we're gonna smile. I got some scars. I've been around. I know some pain, I say some things, but I'm here now. There's no change.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you regret. Someday soon your heart's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I moved on to someone new. Hope life is beautiful. You were the light for me to find my truth. I just wanna say thank you. Feeling to find my soul. Told her I had to go. And I know it ain't pretty when our hearts get broke. Too young to feel this old. Watching us both turn cold. Oh, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke. Yeah, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles, you lay to rest, and I wish we could come back to these days, these days.
Nothing to show for it now. I know it ain't pretty when the fire burns out. Caught me with thunder, remind me of what I done. I know it ain't pretty when we try to someday sit down together. days. All our troubles were lit to red flame. I wish we could go back to these days, these days. Oh, no. Oh, no. These days, these days. Cigarettes in the ashtray, reminiscing on those past days. I thought you knew my last name, but that changed. And I traveled around the world, think where you living at now. I heard you in the hospital, in the apartment, and still down. And every once in a while, I start texting. I would pick up right, but then I delete the message. Think about you like a pastime. I could pick where you were and get you baptized. I wasn't ready to act right. Used to always think I'd get you back right. They said that things fall apart. We were gonna move the world, and we were gonna stay hard. But now it's just a total to our honest who we are. And the world, we're walking in the sun. Now for some days, we'll sit down together. With each other by these days. All our troubles, we're left to rest. I wish we could go back to these days, these days. I wish we could go back to these days, these days.
Very well, Mr. John. So that is all we have for you. Just a couple of things before you go on your merry way. Just want to let you know, first of all, can you give it up for people who put their time in to do this? Miss Scarlett, Mr. Candicord, Mr. Swain, Miss Swain, and everyone else that helped, all the people. Can you just give it up for that? Thank you very much. And don't forget the rules of grad. I'll be there. Don't forget the rules of grad. You know when you're supposed to handshake. The other thing I remind you, if any of you are going to wear heels, please practice in them before you go. Because there's nothing worse than seeing someone who's never worn heels trying to go up those stairs at graduation. It's like a giraffe being born. It's crazy, okay? I know when I'm wearing them, I make sure I practice first, okay? So please do that, all right? And that being said, we've got, sorry. Okay, so the grad tickets, we're going to go to the part of the alphabet that applies to them, right? Everyone knows. Let's see, you've got all over there. So if you go there to those letters, you can get your grad tickets. Last name. Carter. Hey, you made it. Good thing I yelled at you in grammar, right? All right, so you can see it all over there. So please, would you go get your tickets? And congratulations. After that, period 2. Sorry, I'm not